This is week 34. This is the Tuesday test. Question 1, 3.6 divided by 0.6, multiply both sides by 10, and you get 36 divided by 6, and the answer is 6. Question number 2, what's the volume of a trench? 3 meters by 2 meters by 1 meter. Well, a trench is like a prison, only it's empty, buried in the ground. It's 3 meters long, 2 meters wide, and 1 meter high. Multiply 3 by 2 by 1, your answer is 6. Tick which would be better to weigh cooking ingredients to kitchen scales. Obviously. Question 4, simplify 2 and 3 over 9. Well, 3 over 9 is the same as 1/3, so it's 2 and 1/3. What's the perimeter of the shape? When you add them all together, you get 140 millimeters. Question number 6, write the numeral 2.8 million, 2,800,000, like that. 7, 1/4 multiplied by 1/2, because you can't simplify anything, you just multiply top by top and bottom by bottom, and it's 1 over 8. Question 8, 11 million take away 1,500,000 is 9,500,000. Question number 9, there is €7 to 1,000 yen. How many euro would you get for 2,000 yen? So 7 is to 1,000. So what is to 2,000? 14, of course, is your answer. Question number 10, reduce the line by 3 to 1. That means you have to get 1/3 of the length of this line. This line, when you measure it, is 27 millimeters. So 27 divided by 3 will be 9. What is the place value of the 3 in 1.073? So it's the third place after the decimal point. That means it's the thousandths. So it's 3 over 1,000. Question 12, 11 squared. That's 11 multiplied by 11. So it's 121. Question 13, which would be best to measure the capacity of a bucket? I'm thinking it's this one here, the 5,000 milliliter container, because that's 5 liters. A bucket would have a couple of liters in it, usually speaking. Certainly 100 milliliter beaker would be way too small. 1,000 milliliter jug, you'd probably get a lot of them in there, so this one would be the best one to use. Question number 14. The 3 angles always add up to 180, so y has to equal 45. Question number 15. Back to these questions we had at the start of the year. Which is the right number? You can multiply them out, but actually all you have to do is look at the last digit. 5 by 5 will always give you 25. So the last digit has to be 5, and there's only one that fits the bill. It has to be this one here. That's the correct answer. Even if you never multiplied it out, if one of these is right, it has to be this. Question 16, 1/2 equals 2/4 equals 3/6 equals 4/8. Question 17, 100 multiplied by 1.01. Well, 100 multiplied by 1 would be 100. You move everything two places to the left, or the decimal place 2 places to the right. So your answer is 101. Question 18, order these. Sorry, there's a bit of noise outside. Order these from the smallest to the largest. Okay, so you have to look at them and maybe write them all as decimals. So 0.3, 1/4 is 0.25, 2/3 is 0.666, 2/4 is 1/2, so 0.5. And you got 0, of course, there. 0 is going to be the smallest, followed by 1/4, followed by 0.3, followed by 2/4, followed by 2 over 3. Question 19, 1.96, 1.97, 1.98, 1.99, 2. You can write it as 2 or 2.0 or 2.00, it's all the same. 49 multiplied by 9 is 441. And the problem solving, okay, funny kind of questions. There were questions where you had to, come up with your own answers. Again, it's the kind of thing that we're talking about in maths a lot, where you have to be able to explain your thinking. And there's no wrong answer as long as it makes sense, as long as you can explain why it makes sense. So what possibly occurred in week 4? There was, a big drop. All you need to say is give a reason for why there were no library books borrowed in that week. Something that makes sense. So the school could have been closed for holidays. There could have been a school tour going on and there was nobody at the library. The library could have been closed. The teacher in charge of the library might have been sick. They might have been fixing the computer in the library. They might have had to clean the library. They might have done any number of different things. It could have been sports week where nobody was reading. All kinds of answers. Whatever answer you have, if it makes sense, it's a good answer. If it doesn't make sense, it's just something silly that doesn't have anything to do with it, then it's not a good answer. So you have to be able to explain in your own words why that would be possible. Same thing here in question 2. In week 6, there were 40 books borrowed. Plot this line on the graph. So it goes from here, from 70 down to 40. What possible reason or reasons could there be for the decline in books borrowed from the previous week? So it's gone down to nothing, up, and then down again. You could say that there was more books than borrowed in week 5 because they couldn't borrow it in week 4. That's just what I wrote. It could be that there is some other reason. Maybe, you can come up with something yourselves. The important thing is that you should be able to think of a reason that makes sense, that's logical.